to look at the shape of the data. Following the Peel framework, we can have a look at what we see. We can see that there are a few little mounds, but mostly our data is relatively flat for the great spotted kiwi. We can also see that there is a clustered mound for the North Island brown, but it is still relatively flat. So I would make the statement that my sample shows that the shape of both graphs is mostly uniform, as there's not enough data to detect the true shape of either of the kiwis. We can identify that there is more of a cluster for the North Island browns lower down the graph, which is down here, when compared with the great spotted kiwis, which is more evenly spread out. In terms of what this means in the population, it indicates that the North Island kiwi weights may actually cluster more together, and the great spotted kiwis may have a larger range with more data clustering higher up, because we can see these 2 points here. We can then use the data and identify where those clusters are. So the North Island brown peak is clustered between 2.1 kilos and 2.6 kilos, and we would likely start to see a unimodal peak in this range if we had more data. But this is likely to be different for our great spotted kiwis. We can see that there is quite a large range, but there is the slight peak around 2.9 kilos and 3.5 kilos. With more data, it's likely that we may start to see a cluster in this range. And this kind of fits with our current thoughts that the great spotted kiwi is larger than the North Island brown kiwi.